Hey, what's up, Dream Team? If you are new here, which I have accepted a lot of new members because you guys are doing amazing for April. My name is Brittney Mettke. I am the Ruby National Executive of the Dream Team. So welcome and hi. I hope get a lot out of this page. So I just wanted to jump on because I had some free time and I was looking over that post I did yesterday, which I closed because I got so many different ideas and I'm like, okay, that's enough for now. Let me cover these. Where I asked, hey, when I jump on, when we do the team rally, kind of what we did last, I just made up I didn't make up the phrase team rally, but I made up calling it, team rally, like, hey, when I get some time, what are some things you want me to talk about? And again, this was not scheduled, so the replay will be left up. Feel free to share it to your team pages or tag some people. But there was some common themes that I wanted to give you some of my quick tips on. And there's a common theme. I kept saying no engagement in my group and how do I book parties, issues booking parties, and even like engagement in parties. So I want to first off about saying that you guys are selling, and I am also, last month was like one of my highest months in PV. I was a little bit over $2,000, which was really, really good for me. And then this month, you guys are doing amazing. Over $1 million in sales in the first 7 days, right? So we are selling. So we're going to talk about VIP groups. Hey, Tiffany. VIP groups and specifically interaction. And then we're going to talk a little bit about parties. And I want to say that I'm super, and I tell you guys this all the time, no matter what rank you are, if you want to continue to be growing, you have to work a personal business. And I am definitely one of those leaders, and I focus really big on that because then I can bring it back to you guys. So I'm super excited that I had 2 parties booked and they are going on right now. So I'm going to tell you how I did that. And then I'm going to also tell you that I also struggle with engagement sometimes in my VIP group, and what are some of the things I do when it gets kind of low to kind of like bump it up. Because Facebook is horrible. It's like horrible because we need it, right? And then we also need to, but then it also messes up with us. It changes things, like we couldn't do the 2 people live, or it changes algorithms, like what it's going to show. So it's like this, I totally got distracted and just like went. But anyways, it's horrible, but it's awesome because that's how most of us work our business on Facebook. And right now, everyone's on social media working your business because majority of us do have to stay home. So first, we're going to talk about Facebook. I hear my daughter out there and she's like playing a game. So it's like, I should have shut the door. So anyways, so Facebook is horrible a lot of times, right? And they mess up with algorithms. So sometimes we are doing awesome and sometimes we're doing not. So when I feel like my group starts to get crickets, so one important thing is that I've done before is I actually message my people that normally comment, and I actually send them a message and I'm like, hey, I don't know what's going on. Totally, I appreciate how you always support me, but I'm not getting a lot of comments on my posts. Could you please, comment on my posts? I just ask them and then they start to do it. If you don't have some type of contest in your VIP every month for engagement people, I highly, highly suggest that. We've talked about that before, to make sure that you can kind of incentivize people for interacting, where you can pull that in the group settings. You can see the top 10 contributors and maybe say, hey, the top contributor or a random drawing between the 10 will get a nail strip or something, because that like incentivizes people. But like I actually message like some of my friends that are in the group and like customers, or I'll even say, hey, I'll send you a couple twosies or something, whatever. But will you please comment on some of my posts? Because when people are commenting on your posts, then everyone starts to see them. So that's kind of a way to get out of that rut. Another thing I've noticed is when I'm going live more often in my VIP, and even when no one's watching sometimes, I'll start to get more people on it too, right? So that's one thing, like, Facebook loves live video. I know there's some people out there that have their earmuffs on that don't want to hear that Facebook loves live video because you don't want to do lives, but I promise you, if you are one of those people that are saying, like, why aren't people interacting, and you haven't done a live, try a couple. Promise you. It's just true. And that's what, and I know, like, sometimes because we don't want to do anything, we may, like, not want to listen to that, but it's true. I promise you. And I also promise you that it's something you do not have to think about or stress out about. Just be your ultimate, real, true self. You don't have to get all done up, but just, like, grab a cup of coffee and an accent nail pack and just talk about the day, talk about a funny story, and just kind of work on that. But, like, going live, reaching out, PMing people in the group, because also when you have those conversations with people, they may just not be seeing it. A lot of times it's that they're not seeing it. So then it will start to be like, Facebook will be like, oh, well, she has a relationship with her. That person wants to see their stuff, so I'm going to start showing it. So that's a couple. So also engagement posts that have nothing to do with nails. And if they do have to do with nails, you need to make sure that it's something you're having a call to action that's making sure people comment on it. So that's why we started the album in this group that has a lot of different engagement posts. An engagement post is going to be like asking them, like, what are you cooking for dinner? How are you doing? Posting authentic picture of yourself or your family, asking for advice, something around the house, and asking people, like, a question. Those are things that Facebook is going to show to get that up. But you have to be consistent. If you are posting, if you're saying no one's commenting in your VIP group, I would also like for you to question how often am I posting? Because sometimes if people will tell me that that's going on, and then they add me to their VIP group, and I see a post from, like, February 27th, and then, like, March 14th, and then, like, March 29th, and it's just, like, nails, and I'm like, that is sometimes the reason. You're not offering value, you're not being consistent, and so Facebook is just not going to show you the stuff. Yes, we're here to sell nails, so we need to post about nails, but there is a way to do it. And the way to do it is a way to get people fun. Ask them, ask them their opinion, ask them what they think. And there's just, you have to, a little bit of creativity, but we do try to help you with that, with the different engagement posts in the album. There's so many good graphics groups. Just kind of make it your own. Going live, definitely. I always tell people, because I know, like, it's one of those scary things. Like, I still, like, get nervous about it. But then, like, today, I went live on my, and this is the thing. And another one of those things, people might want to put, those denial earmuffs over their ears because they don't want to hear it. But if you are growing your business on Facebook, it's more than highly suggested that you have a public profile. More than highly suggested. Because that's the only way you're going to get new people. So that's the other thing, getting new people into your VIP group. Having a public profile. And right now, I always have done this, but joining those other groups, those groups that have nothing to do with nails. And right now there's so many of them, and building those relationships and becoming friends with those people and allowing them to, like, follow you or friend you so they see your stuff. And I know that there's a lot of people that question, safety, I want to keep my Facebook profile to myself. That is totally fine. It's totally your choice. But I will say that you might need to look at some other options, or just accept the fact that your road is going to be a little longer than other people. I was talking about the VIP groups. So those are usually closed, but your personal Facebook page is a public page, and that's when you're getting your followers. That's when you're, like, right now, you guys, groups we're talking about meeting new people. So we're going to go to party bookings now. How I book these 2 parties, these are from VIP people. I actually made a post in my VIP group, and I was like, hey, salons are closed. I offered something. You can offer a nail strip. You can offer accent nails. I said, if you allow me to post on your page. I had a few people. Yes, you can post on my page. Yes, you can post on my page. So what I did was I actually messaged them, and I was like, hey, since you wanted this nail strip for free and you were willing to let me post on your page, how about we just do a party? And a few said yes. A couple people were like, no, just post on my page. But 2 started the party this week, and they already got their first sales in the party today. So and I kind of use that as like bait. Like, okay, so, and I was just like, and I actually said on the post, I was like, hey, I know some people may not be up to doing an online party, and I totally get it, but would you be willing to help me grow my business by letting me post on your page? In return, I will give you this. And I said, and I didn't say for just posting. I said, if I got an order, I would give them something. That's what I said. And I actually saw someone post that on their page. So if they're on this team, thank you. But I just used it in my VIP group. And then I had people agree. And then I said, hey, well, why don't we just do a party then? And so that's how I got the bookings, those actual real life, not me just making up a story, bookings. I'm not just telling you stuff because it sounds good. I'm telling you stuff because I did it and it works. And then the other thing is when I've had, somebody was asking about parties that may have had 0 sales and like you can still reach out to those people. And like how I've done that in the past and got them to say yes again is I've told them that I changed my party format and like maybe let's try. And here's the thing. We have so many different mock nail bars. Search in mock nail bars in the search bar. So you can change up the party format you do and see if it works for a different crowd. And so saying that, like, hey, I know you were a little discouraged because your party didn't go well last time, but I just actually finished. So right now I'm doing the BAM party method. Also, if you want to know what that is, search BAM party in the search bar. Make sure you if you join the group, type in Becky Z to get in. I said, so I did this cool party training. I'd love to try it out on your friends. Are you willing? And just like a lot of times, a lot of stuff is like outside of our comfort zone, but just being honest. So like I said, just asking people to comment. The biggest thing though is you're like, I can't book parties. If you've literally messaged every single person in your VIP group and everyone said no, the next thing is find new people, right? Is you got to get new people then. You can't like force someone to book a party. So if you literally have messaged and you did all the things and every single person, you PM them, you used every single script that we have and every single person really said no, then the next option is, how do I get new people in my network? And that's where it comes into making your personal page public and joining and networking with people, connecting with people. Here's the thing. Everything is online right now. So if you were going to Orange Theory Fitness, it's now an Orange Theory Fitness group. If you're going to Lifestyle Fitness Gym, it's now Lifestyle. For me, if I'm in recovery, now there are so many new recovery groups where I'm making new friends. Of course, I'm obviously there but they're friend requesting me. So now they're in my network. And now because I post about my business, these people are now requesting samples. We, became Facebook friends because we had that common bond in that group, but then they see what I do and then they, now they request samples. And so everything's online now, like dance studios, anything that you were doing. So this is a great time and an opportunity to grow your network. So if you really feel that and like everyone is saying no, you have to grow your network. And that is just going to be from meeting those people online, friend requesting them, and then taking all the suggested tips and trainings that we have said, that they're all in here. You guys, if you are bored, you can spend hours watching all the videos, going through all the different files and posts and, turn, your VIP group into something hopping and, follow through with all those other suggestions, but it's going to be about meeting those new people. And, you post about your business, right? And your stories, you do a little post on your wall, and, hey, what are you doing? How, and I always private message people, and I talk to my new friends and like, hey, what's up? How are you doing during this time? I'm like, yeah, I'm super busy, home, 4 kids, 2, I'm trying, with school, I'm working. Oh, you're working still? What do you do? Always comes up right now. I'm like, oh, well, actually, like, it's kind of cool, and we've been busier more than ever. I sell their, I don't know if you've heard of them. They're called Color Street. You know what I mean? So it's just about taking the action to meet people, because sometimes, maybe your VIP group is dead, but you need to be doing those other things. So you always start like, am I being consistent? Have I PM'd and asked people to show up? Have I gone live? Like, kind of make your own check marks and then see like, okay, well, now let me do this. There's always a solution. A lot of times it's not what we want to hear or maybe want to do, because like, I'm telling you, you can go to my personal Facebook page. You can even go back to early in this, lives were nothing I was comfortable with doing, but I always got good results. Like, private messaging people and hitting up was never something that I was, or even asking someone but it's not crazy if, these are your VIPs, to say, hey, I think Facebook's acting weird. Would you mind, like, if taking a few minutes, and like commenting on some of my posts? Get like 5 people to do that, So anyways, those were some of the common themes that I was seeing. Yes, Rhea. I'm live, so you want to say hi? Okay. Can I help you?
Can I get something to drink?
You've never asked me for permission to get something to drink, but yes, you may. Go ahead.
I don't.
So, because I'm live, Rhea, for the first time in a year, had to ask me for permission for a drink. Real life. No, it's funny. It was so cute. They did Google, her teacher did Google Classroom with them today. Like, it was like about an hour ago, and their teacher was so excited to see them, and they were so excited. So her teacher is like, she's like probably been the teacher for the longest, and like so not used to this. So it was so funny, but she was so excited to be on Google Classroom with her friends. But so, she never has to ask for permission for a drink. But because she saw I was live in here. But anyways, I hope some of those tips help. I hope some of those tips help you guys out. Try to maybe like set a challenge for you to do that tonight or tomorrow, whatever your schedule is at this time. Like, I'm going to message, if your Facebook group's dead, I'm going to message 5 people and ask them if they can comment on my stuff. Or, if you're trying to book parties, try what I suggested. Like, hey, I know parties may not be your thing right now. Are you willing to let me post on your wall? For every order, I will give you this. And then you can PM those people and be like, oh my gosh, thank you for offering to do that, but have you thought, like, I did just learn this new party format. I'd love to try it out on you. So, those are just a couple of ideas, but join those groups and make some friends. What else are we doing right now, right? I feel like trapped. I'm just kidding. But no, super grateful for you guys. I'm going to go and look over those other comments. And then when I find some time, I'll come back on. Or if I don't know it, if I don't feel like I know a good enough answer, I will find someone that will come on and talk to you guys about it. So have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon.